Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Scotty and this is my Reading Bujo. And I'm so excited to be filming my very first YouTube video. And what better way to start than by showing you my 2025 reading journal. So this is my 2025 reading journal. I am so excited because for the first time I'm using an Archer and Olive B5. I'm sorry, not a B5, a square journal. Sorry, I'm used to using B5 and this is the first time I'm using a square journal and I got flustered. But this is my journal and we're gonna start with the very cover page. This is from Archer and Olive. I love Archer and Olive. I have the monthly kit subscription. I have the quarterly subscription with all the goodies like journals, scrapbook paper, washi tape, whatever. And this came from I want to say the September Archer and Olive quarterly subscription. I believe the theme was Dark Academia, and this paper along with this scrapbook paper came with it. And I like to do a quote on the very front page, and what better way than to quote one of my favorite characters of all time, Penelope Featherington. If you are a fan of Bridgerton, you know what I'm talking about. This is a quote from the season 3 episode. Season 3 episode. I like to read very much, but perhaps too much. It went viral all over TikTok. A book talk was using it consistently. And this is my second, I guess, front page. This is all washi tape from Archer and Olive. These stickers are from the same quarterly subscription, the Archer and Olive Dark Academia bundle. And then this sticker is actually from Wrong Wrong. I actually have a bunch of Wrong Wrong sticker books. This is volume 4. I have all volumes 1 through 4. She is awesome and I strongly suggest you buy. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but I promise you it's worth it. You get a lot for your buck. And then of course this is one of my Amazon Latina stickers because I am Mexican American and I am proud of my heritage. Okay, so this is my ratings page. I actually got some star scrapbook paper from Amazon. Because, I mean, hello, my rating system is a bunch of stars. I might as well get stars all over my page, right? I did a little photable where I can put my ratings. I have 1. If I have to give a book a 1, it's like, oh my gosh. I just could not finish it. It was horrible. I very rarely DNF books, but maybe I need to do that more for my sanity because I was in 2 different book slumps last year and they are not pretty. Anyways, my 2 stars are for books that I'm like, oh my gosh, I mean, I got through it, but dang, it was a mess. I do not like it and I do not recommend it. I don't really give books 2-star ratings, but maybe that'll change this year. I don't know. One of my goals this year is to be a lot more constructive. My 3 stars are for books that are like, maybe I'll recommend it. Like maybe it was okay. It wasn't like horrible or anything. It's just maybe I'll recommend it. Maybe the prose is a bit convoluted or maybe some of the language is a bit off. I don't know. Something that's making me give it a solid yes. Speaking of yes, that's my 4-star ratings. It's good and I will recommend it. But my absolute top rating is a 5. Obviously, some of you have this as your top rating, but a 5-star for me has to like take my breath away. Like that, crazy. I have to keep thinking about it for days on end. Maybe I cry, maybe I get upset, maybe I throw the book. It kind of invokes some kind of emotion in me for me to give it a 5-star. And I say that, but last year I feel like I was very generous because I believe it was about 14 to 15 books that I gave 5-star reads, 5-star rating. But when I look back, some of those definitely could have been 4s. So I'm going to try to be a lot more constructive, a lot more picky with what I'm going to give a 5. The stickers from Wrong Wrong. And then here it is, my goals. So some of these actually have changed. Goal number 1 was to read 80 books. I have actually changed it because in 2024, I actually met that goal. So why not push me further? Let me make it 100 books. If you are on TikTok, I am at Carrie's Reading Bujo for my international audience. Today is January 11th, so in the United States, there's a very strong chance that this application will be banned. If it's not banned, hallelujah. My goal this year is to get 5,000 followers. Same for Instagram. In the event that TikTok does shut down, that's where most of my content is, but I'm slowly migrating to Instagram and obviously YouTube. So this is actually where I want to add YouTube as well. If I can get at least 500 followers by the end of this year, I'd be eternally grateful, but we'll see. I'm not going to go too hard on these. I have a bunch of book subscriptions. I have Illumicrate, I have Afterlight, I have Book of the Month, and I want to be on the Fairy Loot. I'm still on the waiting list, but honestly, maybe I shouldn't be on the waiting list because, guys, Illumicrate's books haven't been hitting. I've never given any Illumicrate book that I've read a 5-star rating. I've given 1 4-star rating, and that was for Voyage of the Damned, which that book is still very criticized. There's people that either love it or hate it, and so I'm gonna give it until December. If I still am finding the Illumicrate books not worth it, I'm probably just gonna cancel my subscription, because don't get me wrong, those books are freaking beautiful, but the content is just not there. I don't know. I am currently in grad school, and I really want to make this read every day. I have to. And of course, like I stated earlier, I am Mexican American. I want to focus a lot more on my culture, and I want to read much more Mexican stories. I honestly want to focus on BIPOC authors in general. I think that reading is a way that you can educate people and make them aware of the things that maybe they didn't know about before, and the struggles that other people have to go through. And I want to do that. I want to educate myself on what is going on around the world and not be in a bubble. And as Americans, we tend to be in the bubble. But let me get off my soapbox. Anyways, this is my books shelfie. I drew all of these by hand with the help of my trusty ruler because, man, even if I use the ruler, look how I'm gonna stop looking at it before I get upset. But yeah, I have to use a ruler. This washi tape is from Amazon. All of this stickers are from the Wrong sticker sheet, and then this is just regular old cardstock paper, and I just used my stamps that I got from Amazon to stamp the year and of course the letters. This is where I will be writing my list of books that I'll be reading this year. I'm very nervous because I don't know if I'll have enough. If I don't have enough, I'll probably put it on the back or somewhere. But I did a little Dutch door just because I thought it was, I've done Dutch doors before on my book log, and I really like it. I really enjoy it. So maybe I should have done more. I don't know. We'll see. This is my genre tracker. I'm really excited. See, these are all the top genres that I tend to read every year. We will see. I'm definitely predicting this one's to be the biggest. I want to say I read like 30 to 40% romance a year. But I do a lot of historical fiction and fantasy. Not so much sci-fi and dystopian, so that's why I combined it. This is something new this year, so I actually want to keep track of how much YA and adult and middle grade books I read. So I'm going to keep track of that. I also want to keep track of the publication year. So I have found myself mostly in the reading 2020s and 2010s, but I really want to read more classics. I really want to fill this before 1990s list, because there's so many wonderful classics out there that I need to get to reading. This is my daily tracker. So like I said, one of my goals is to read every single day. I have a different color for each month. As you can see, I already tracked the first date, and I'm really excited. Hopefully I do better with this year than I did last year. This is my monthly tracker. So what I want to keep track of are how many books I've read, how many pages, what's on my TBR, have I DNF'd or did not finish a book, how many books, if any, I've bought that month, and the 2, 3, 4, and 5-star ratings. My series tracker. So these are all of the unfinished book series that I have. I did another Dutch door because, oh my gosh, I've got a lot. The one that I really want to finish is The Song of Ice and Fire. But man, George R.R. Martin is taking a sweet time with with Winds of Winter. I almost said Dance of Dragons. Winds of Winter, like what the heck? And so I don't want to rush it, but you know, I've had these books on my bookshelf for 5 years. I need to finish it. My book releases. So this is where I'm going to keep track of all the releases of any books that I am really looking forward to. One that I'm really looking forward to is the Oathbound. I'm a huge fan of the Legendborn series by Tracy Deonn, and Oathbound comes out on March 4th, and I cannot be more excited. The other one as well is the 18th, The Sunrise on the Reaping. I had no freaking idea that Suzanne Collins was going to write another prequel to the Hunger Games series, but here I am. I cannot wait to read what the heck happens to Haymitch, even though I know it's going to be such heartache. Okay, my Goodreads challenge. So like I said, I am going to do my best to read 100 books. All of these are wrong stickers. This is the Archer and Olives Dark Academia washi tape. And this is all just squares that I cut and glued. Oh, I normally colored it by rating, but this time I think I'm going to color it by month. I want to have a visual idea of how many books have I read in January versus February, March, etc. This is my bingo board. So I believe there is a booktuber by the name of @RachelCatherine. I could be wrong, but her journal is amazing, and she did this for her bingo. So I kind of was inspired by that idea. I am just excited to fill in this bingo board. I also have a separate one for romance. Like I said, I read a lot of romance books, and so I tend to read a bunch of different tropes. I will probably do either friends to lovers or YA or enemies to lover first, because those three are my very heavy hitters. This is where I will have my top 10 books and my bottom 10 books of 2025. It's obviously a migrating spread. What that means is I will have the books have a mesh. Look, I totally dropped that. Mesh behind it and match it onto this Velcro, and so that way I will be migrating it to wherever it needs to go, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this gets filled out. This is my Read the Rainbow spread. I had 2 pages for this spread last year, but I condensed it to 1 just because I think 1 for each color is enough. And of course, the A to C challenge. I'm going to keep track of both the books and the authors. I don't know yet if I want to print mini covers of the books and then write the author next to it of that letter, or if I just want to write them both. I'm still unsure, but we will see. I love this one. And my Read Around the Country challenge is very new this year. I am excited, nervous. I don't know, we'll see. But I really want to slowly get to Read Around the World challenge. Obviously, let me try to do the country first, and then I will get to Read Around the World challenge. But I'm really excited, and I'll just write the name of the book of where the setting is in Ohio. Write it right here, and then shade it in here. These are the 25 books I am hoping to read in 2025. Most of these I already have in my bookcase. Some of these are new releases this year, and I'm really looking forward to reading them, like Oathbound and Watch Me, and of course Sunrise on the Reaping. This is a Disney challenge that I'm gonna have. So this tape is from Notebook Therapy. Look how beautiful it is. And all these stickers are from Amazon. So what I did is I borrowed a Storygraphs challenge from 2024. They had a Disney challenge where each different character of Disney had a certain trope or setting or characteristic that you had to meet. For example, with Snow White, you know, red, white. The cover has to be red, white, and black. Mulan, set in East Asia, or it has to do with a hidden identity. Things like that. I hope to fit this year. I'm excited. I'm also very stressed because I'm basically not going to try to read just to get this out of the way. I'm going to just read as normal. And if it matches the Disney character, great. If it doesn't, not a big deal. I'm also going to keep track of my favorite books. So typically I have a first line of the book spread. This year I replaced it with my favorite quotes because I just think that's better for me. The first line of the book wasn't really as great as I thought it would be. Let's put it that way. This is what's stressing me out right now. These are all the books that are currently on my to be read bookshelf. These are all books that I physically have that I have not read. I think I need to go on a book buying ban because what the heck? And most of these are Illumicrate and Afterlight and Book of the Month books. That's why I have so much. I get 3 new books every month, and maybe that's all I need to do. Maybe that's all of the book buying that I need to do. But I'm hoping to try to get as much of this read as possible. So these are my 5-star raid book spread. This is where all my 5 stars are going to be. And on the opposite, of course, any books that I DNF. And what I want to add this year is I actually want to add a description of why I did not finish it, along with the title. These are my book awards that I'm going to have, different categories. I'm thinking I'm going to put the bookshelf of the winner, or I'm sorry, the book cover of the winner. I have things like best couple, best duology, best villain, the funniest book, the best series, and then of course I have the longest, shortest, mystery, thriller, etc. And that leads me to my book bracket. So I'm gonna pit the 2 months against each other, and some of you already know how book bracket says. Basically, what's the book of 2025? And I have plenty of space here so that I can explain why is this book the best compared to the others. And this is actually my 2024 statistics. I read 81 books last year, which is about 30,356 pages, about 51,000 minutes, and 28 different genres. This is how many books I read per month. These are how many pages per book. And I got these statistics from Storygraphs. Storygraphs is really amazing. I also have Bookly, which you do have to pay for. It's about $5 a month, but it's a great subscription that keeps track of your data. And then these are all how many I read for each different genre. Look, 53 just romance books, followed by YA, fantasy, contemporary. So those are my 4 big heavy hitters. And like I said, like I got 14 books that I gave 5 stars to last year, a couple of 4.5s. Look at how many 4 stars. Maybe it's the 4 stars that's a problem. Maybe I need to be more critical of what constitutes a 4-star, what constitutes a 3 or a 3.5. I think that's what I need to do. Or maybe some of them are, I'm being too nice. Maybe some of them need to go to the 2-star. And finally, the last thing I'm going to show you in my reading journal is my January cover page. So this is where I'm going to have my least favorite book, my favorite book. This is where I'm going to have all my statistics. So like the number of books I'm going to read this year. Did I buy any? How many pages? How many days did I read? Hopefully all of them. This is where I'm going to have my pie chart of how many books did I give, a 5-star, 4-star, etc. And then here I'm going to have the average star rating that I give. And then this is where the genres are going to go. So I'm going to have the different genres that I read this month, sorry. All of this is from the Archer and Olive Kit subscription. And then this is the second page of the spread. This is the actual calendar where I'm going to actually start highlighting with my marker which books did I read this day. here at the bottom, I will put what Afterlight book I received in January, what Illumicrate book, and what book of the month. I actually am waiting for this one already. I believe it's the newest Kate Marshall book. But I will put it on here as soon as possible. I will do a January wrap-up video as well. And these are all my TBR hopefuls. These are the 10 books that I hope to read. I've actually already finished a couple. I've finished this one and this one and this one. I'm about to finish that one. I just haven't updated it, but I will be showing you a video of how what kind of spreads and reviews I do for each book. This is the list of where I will write the books' names to match or correlate with this data over here. And then this is where I'm going to put my star ratings. But this is it. This is my 2025 reading journal. I'm really happy that you watched this video. If you took the time to watch it, please subscribe, like, comment, share it with a booktube friend, bookstagram friend, whatever. I am in all platforms, and I'm really excited to start this journey with you. Bye, guys.